To kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Browns getting set to go. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The ball comes out, and the Eagles have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On second down, here's Wentz. He finds Ajayi. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Richard Rodgers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. Gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Wentz being chased out left. Throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They run for it with Ajayi. And just shedding him off there. Jay Ajayi's gonna go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain block. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tyrod Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play. Whoosh.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean...
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Detroit! Mayfield now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you